Now, you just watch.
I went to the market for to get some beef. And the beef so tough, and I couldn't get enough. I paid $5 for a great big hog, and the hog so fat, and I couldn't get back. Are you ready?
Yep.
Come on. Say, you can catch on quick. Look out now. Here's your last one.
This is a happy little ditty. I know the music isn't pretty. You know the words are not so witty. Anyone can sing this song. Change keys, it really doesn't matter. There's still a lot of silly chatter. Ho, hum, we're coming to the patter. Jack and Jill went out the hill, and for all I know, they're up there still. I must say, the music isn't pretty. Must say, the words are not so witty. This is a happy little ditty. You can sing it all day long. This is a happy little ditty. I know the music isn't pretty. You know the words are not so witty. Anyone can sing this song.
Change the keys, it really doesn't matter. It's just a lot of silly chatter.
Hold on, kids, we're coming to the patter. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. It must have been awful stuffy in there.
Still sigh, the music isn't pretty. Still sigh, the words are not so witty.
This is a happy little ditty. You can sing it all day long.
The music isn't pretty. You know the words are not so witty. Anyone can sing this song.
Change keys, it really doesn't matter. It's just a lot of silly chatter.
Hold on, we're coming to the patter.
Early to bed, early to ride, and your gal goes out with other guys.
I still say the music isn't pretty.
Still say the words are not so witty. This is a happy little ditty. You can sing it all day long. Retreat now and explain later.
At Adams and Lee,
They were the first 4 traffic lights north of Broad Street.
it's stop and go, day after day.
There was no traffic light there.
A routine one citizen cop
Yeah, it looks like he's looking over that intersection.
has been orchestrating for nearly 80 years. Bill Robinson, the dancer affectionately known as Bojangles, the man with lightning-fast feet and an electric smile, relished the bright lights of America's biggest cities, but he never forgot about his native River City.
I started on the stage from Richmond, Virginia.
Because a lot of folks don't know that he came from here.
Robinson was born dirt poor on North 3rd Street in Richmond's Jackson Ward in 1878. Between shelling peas at 17th Street Marketplace, the orphan boy with the funny nickname danced on sidewalks for pennies.
He felt he had a God-given talent.
That talent turned heads And as a toe-tapping teen, he found work with traveling minstrel shows. But as vaudeville declined, jobs dried up. Robinson returned to his hometown. While waiting tables at the Jefferson Hotel, an agent who saw him cutting a rug invited him to New York City. By the roaring 20s, Robinson, the man with no formal training and a dance style never before seen, became Broadway's first black superstar.
He didn't just dance, he was making steps. He was defining art.
The Black History Museum's Mary Lauderdale.
I think that today's modern dancers and the folks that you see today have nothing on Bill Bojangles Robinson.
Soon after his splash on stage, Hollywood came calling.
I like to go upstairs that way.
You sure learn fast.
Teaming up with pint-sized partner Shirley Temple, Robinson's star soared, becoming one of the first African-American entertainers to break the color barrier on screen.
He was the best. A lot of folks looked up to him, black and white.
In 1935's The Little Colonel, Robinson showcased his fluid moves on a staircase, a dance he honed as a child in Richmond.
That was his signature step.
Where you going there, Mr. Bill?
He paved the way for other young black entertainers.
Richmond historian Carolyn Brown admires Bill Robinson for his legendary giving as much as his talents.
He was an extraordinary man who did extraordinary things.
Robinson, who commanded $5,000 a week in his prime, was generous with his wealth and time. The man with famous feet always lent a helping hand.
He didn't forget where he came from. And this impresses me so much. He never forgot being poor.
During one visit to Richmond, Bojangles spent time with students on campus at Virginia Union University.
I was so thrilled.
Miss Brown was a sophomore and sitting in the crowd that memorable day.
At one point when he started to speak, I think there was an awesome silence, as if we must respect this man.
During his most famous return visit to Richmond in 1933, Bojangles would leave a lasting impact on Richmond.
He was an entertainer, but he was also a humanitarian.
Robinson was appalled a busy Northside intersection near a school did not have traffic signals.
The very next day, he went down City Hall and told the mayor he was going to pay to have traffic lights put there.
So the dancer cut a check for $2,000. Life at Adams and Lee would forever be much safer.
I think it's very important because I think he deserves it.
In the early 1970s, members of the Astoria Beneficial Club set out to immortalize Richmond's native son who gave so much of himself.
Well, we felt that he should have been honored.
103-year-old club member Wesley Carter was instrumental in seeing a 9-foot statue of Bill Bojangles Robinson rise at the sight of his famous traffic light.
So I will always remember that.
Mr. Carter helped deliver the aluminum Bojangles from Ohio and witnessed its dedication on June 30th, 1973.
Well, I think he'd be very happy to see that statue of him. I think that we think that much of him.
Without the memorial, Mr. Carter says Bojangles would be just a footnote in Richmond's history. During his last public appearance in 1949, 5 weeks before he passed away at age 71, Bill Robinson's generous spirit was on full display. He shared the words he lived by.
And the only thing I'd like to say to you,
Each and every day.
it's not what you do on the stage, it's what you do after you leave the stage.